We are back with an action-packed episode of our weekly entertainment podcast, Spitball Media. We're going to spit out a shit ton of entertainment stories and watch a shit ton of cool trailers, all for you, each and every week, live. My name is John Draper. Joining me, of course, is the Prince of Philadelphia. His name is Shaheen. Shaheen, how are you feeling? Most important.
What's going on, brother? Yeah, it was my birthday last week, so I took the whole week off.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. I feel 38 overnight, man. I definitely feel every bit of it. But
tell the kids how you celebrated your birthday weekend, Shah.
Yeah, I had a fucking kidney stone. So pissed that out eventually sometime over the week. I don't even know when it came out. But yeah, fucking had blood on my piss again, which happened a few years ago.
Pissy blood.
Yeah, not fun, man. I had to go get that shit checked out, but coming back to life, man. Coming back to life. But yeah, this week has been fucking rough, man. As you can see, I haven't even shaved for like fucking 2 weeks, man. You know, I've been struggling out.
Happy belated birthday, B-Show Brian. I don't know what the weather's doing in the old Ohio, but it is a sweltering 93 here today.
Dude, my head's been spinning. It was like 80 degrees yesterday, and then overnight it was like 40. It was cold and like foggy like London and shit today. So I don't know what tomorrow brings.
You just don't know.
So it's been fun. We opened the pool. We waited for it to get warm. It was warm 2 days, and I jumped in with my kid while I was, like cleaning it yesterday, and it was like 50, 60 degrees outside.
Oh, God.
Just perfect swimming weather in almost mid-June.
Jesus Christ. Well, I didn't put any of my ACs in yet, and I'm paying a heavy price for it. But wherever you are, thanks for checking us out. I was on assignment last week. I am back. The gang is all here. Apologies to the Patreon people. Shah was in the hospital. It was quite serious this weekend with his kidney stone, so we were unable to bang out your May Q&A, but we have it all queued up and ready to go. You will get that Sunday afternoon, and then we will put the link up for the June Q&A. And consider joining that Patreon. It's just $5 a month. It gets you tons of access to exclusive content, including the question and answer show, Shah. I mean, that's a birthday gift they can give themselves.
That is true, and it's almost a birthday gift you're giving me because I like doing those, so...
Yeah,
it'll be nice to do it this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how many questions we got. I never look at them.
It was pretty packed.
Is it a packed one?
It was pretty packed because we were on deck there to get that done.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's going to be a rather long one.
Yeah, and of course, B-Show, in this tough economy, $5, that goes a long way, that 1,400 hours of entertainment.
It does, man. It just seems like shit's getting more and more expensive every day, and we aren't. So lots of hours, thousands at this point. I lost track of how many episodes we've done, going back to the Break the Apocalypse days. It's all there. It's all $5. Join the club, and you will not be disappointed.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. B, who do we have in the old chat room?
Oh, we got Don Stoney, John JLD. We got Kenny D. We got Hey Now, Rich Dow. We got Don Stoney.
Esquire.
That's right. We got Slave Cheeks.
The Slave Cheeks, I know him.
Chris Matthews.
Oh, what's up, Chris?
We got Joseph Punches.
The legendary Joe Punches.
We've got Kev Co. No longer Kev Co TV. He's cut the cord.
He's just Kev Co now. He's just Kev Co.
All right. Dub IU Geeks, man.
Oh, a good friend in Louisiana.
That's right. And it looks like that's everyone who snuck in.
I see Ryan Keefe in there. What's up, Ryan?
Yes. And just a heads up, people said they didn't get the intro. My computer's having issues with sound. So before we get to the trailers, I'm frantically behind the scenes trying to fix my computer.
Yes, he's a production master. So I was not here, unfortunately, last week. I was away. I had a business trip that I took my wife on because I'm a fancy lad. I just do fancy lad things. And I'm just going to get this out of the way. I told these guys off the air. If you see the Michael Cera Uber Eats commercial, we're wearing the exact same shirt. It's a fashionable shirt I got in Austin, Texas. That's probably the only thing I have in common with Michael Cera. I don't dislike Michael Cera. I just don't see a lot of myself in him. But, Robbie Richmond saying good morning. But yeah, somebody pointed this out. Then my kids said something, and now it's like a thing. So thank you, Michael Cera, for being so fashion forward. But I'm looking forward to that Q&A this weekend. Looking forward to the next Q&A. Looking forward to a special. We're going to do a little special Patreon show for them. They always get a couple of bonus shows there. And, of course, the weekly bonus shows that follow this show, Shah. We're always working.
Yeah, we do at least one per week. And then, of course, you get the Q&As. We do some specials. So you get at least 5 to 6 extra shows per month.
Pretty much, yeah,
You know,
5 to 6, and as we've pointed out in the past, B show, sometimes these bonus shows for the Q&A go about 2.5 hours.
They do. In fact, I think you and I talked last week since we did the late Q&A. You and I both watched the Pee Wee as himself documentary. I think I'm going to drop a bonus show for Patreon.
Oh,
give
that's
some
a great
thoughts around
fucking
that.
idea. Yeah, Shah, you haven't
And,
seen it, right?
yeah.
The Pee Wee documentary.
No, I have not. No.
Okay, well, it's a two-parter. The first part is really more his story, like getting to the character, and the second part is the rise and fall. It's not what I thought it would be. We're not going to probably give away too much here, but if you have Max, you might want to check it out. And it's called Pee Wee Himself B Show. Is that the actual clinical biblical name of it?
Pee Wee as himself. In fact, ironically enough, when we were waiting for word on if Shah was going to join us last week, John and I had a whole discussion that could qualify as a podcast. And
Yeah,
had I recorded it, it would have been a really good episode.
Recorded it. It would have been a great bonus show. Anyway, we have a ton to get through, so I'm just going to rewind the clock. I got to see Final Destination Bloodlines with my children. They were not happy. They had no preconceived notions of it. They had heard about it. It's very trendy. They wanted to check it out. We saw it 2 weeks ago, and boy, guys, this is a horror blockbuster, Shah. This is now a $200 million movie.
And I called it, man. I told you it was going to replace Scream. I called it. I fucking knew it. As soon as it came out, and as soon as they announced it, I was like, yo, that's going to be the movie of the year. Just like, what was the last one that made a shit ton of money? It was not Sinister. What's that other fucking movie?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Blumhouse?
Yeah. Oh, God. Bisha, we know what it is. It's one of those.
They made like 5 of them. Like,
Nefarious or whatever.
No,
I don't know
it
what
starts with an
Insidious?
Insidious.
There you go.
Yeah.
Insidious 32.
Yeah, because that made 100 million.
Yeah,
So.
the 32nd Insidious was a
The
big
search
player.
for more money.
The search for more money. Never wrong with a Spaceball reference. B-Show, I saw the movie. I'll get to the movie in a minute, but let's just talk about this box office because this is the first movie in the franchise to be this successful, and this is the first horror movie of the year and that might be the only horror movie of the year actually to make this money. Probably won't, but as of where we're getting to the halfway point, and the real meat on the bones of the horror movies, as we all know, are coming out now. There's a lot. What's your reaction to this just wildly overperforming?
I said something about it, I think 2 weeks ago, or when I did the B Show podcast about Final Destinations. I understood the appeal. I never thought it stood out amongst the other movies that came after the teen era from the 2000s. I just feel like timing's on its side. I feel like they've remade franchise slashers. That's kind of been done to death. We're waiting on Friday the 13th. Halloween's somewhere in development hell, pending another reboot. And I think having a franchise that has, I don't know, what's the word? Nostalgia tied to it. It's been around a while, has some viral clips that people remember, but with not a descript, like in-your-face Art the Clown franchise character. I think people were ready for that. Plus the fact that Final Destination, they're violent, but it's not hyper-violent like Art, so you're going to have...
Let me pull your card on that one, my friend.
Okay.
They went there. Big time.
Comparative to Terrifier?
100. Yes, I feel like they were inspired by Terrifier. That's what I couldn't wait. I waited to get on the air. Now, Joe Punches G-checked me here. Sinners did 261 million, but Final Destination is still in theaters. I don't think it's going to do another 60 million, but it's still in theaters technically. So as far as that goes, Don Stoney saw it. The kill scenes, B Show and Shah, were gore factory. I'm talking. I can't even get into it. Like, it was just pulled skin, limbs, garbage compactor, radiology machine sucking you in with metal. It is what maybe one of the goriest movies I've seen, like mainstream movies, in theaters. If you haven't seen it, Don Tony nailed. They completely stepped it up. Shah, have you heard anything about the gore?
Not necessarily the gore. I've heard all great reviews so far, though, which is, again, not surprising, man. We're kind of like in this, like, I guess, like a TikTok era of horror.
Yeah.
And this movie has the full capability to keep everyone's attention at full capacity with very little effort. Like, it's an easy story to follow. You don't need to invest too much effort into following.
Yeah, my kids didn't know anything about the previous movies, didn't give a shit. Didn't have to.
You don't it's different than, like, let's say, like an A24 horror movie or like a Nosferatu, right? Like Nosferatu, you have to kind of be in the mood to go to a movie like that. this is one of those movies, man. I call it like background movies. You know what I mean? Like
It's fun.
Any mood you can be in. This is a movie you can follow. You know, and it's a fun movie. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I highly recommend it. I'm just gonna say this, guys, and Bisho, I think I told you this maybe offline. I thought the acting was pretty terrible. The cast was there's not a star in this movie. There's a couple of people that looked like they were reading cue cards. I don't know what the deal is with that. The
That's always the
acting,
case, though, man.
it was like I can't get too into because I don't want to talk about the plot. But Joe Punches is asking me about the Tony Todd stuff. He was clearly dying in this movie. He was emaciated. He looked sick. Even my kids were like, "What's wrong with that guy?" I go, "I'll tell you later." You know, it was a nice way to put him in there. But Bisho, my only negative about it was the shitty acting.
You know, it's hard. A lot of horror movies have had bad acting, but sometimes terrible acting can kill a great experience in a movie for you. Especially like when you think of the crazy situations you find yourself in with Final Destinations. You mentioned the MRI or radiology machine. They had like a space needle looking thing. Like when you're in
God, the
situations like
space needle
that,
scene is fucked up. It goes on, and there's bodies everywhere, and it's just
yeah. So like if you compare like an 80s
God.
slasher where some guy in a hockey mask is stabbing you and someone's like, ah, that's a little different than someone falling 60 stories out of a space needle. You know what I mean? You kind of need to punch it up.
Yeah, I think you both are going to like it a lot. I will say this. We have not talked about this yet, so I don't want to put you guys on the spot. As of right now, if I had to pick, I don't know if I could pick 5, but I have 3. It's my number 3. My number 2 is The Rise of Jenny Penn, which I talked about, which is on Shudder, which is the nursing home serial killer guy. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to tell you my number 1 as of today. Last night, I went and saw Bring Her Back. It is by the Australian young YouTubers who broke through a couple years ago with one of our favorite movies of that year, if you recall, Talk to Me, which I believe is being franchised by these young directors whose names I can't pronounce. They are brothers. Not a lot of buzz on this movie in terms of promotion, but I will tell you this. It is fucking brilliant. It is in contrast. It might have some of the best acting from a lead performer, as far as the antagonist in Sally Hawkins. If you're not familiar with Sally Hawkins, she's a British character actress who was nominated for an Academy Award, I believe, for Blue Jasmine, which was a high-end Woody Allen movie many years ago. She was also in maybe the Godzilla franchise. She's probably done a lot more than that. Shah, these kids, I don't know what they dialed into, but they do 2 things very well. They know how to set a mood, a very uncomfortable mood with the fucking music and everything else, and they know how to make you fucking win. I winced several times. I winced in this movie theater watching this movie.
Yeah, I mean, so far, man, I've actually watched a lot of reviews on this, and everybody has said the same thing. This is the movie of the year, not just the horror movie of the year. This is the movie of the fucking year. So I think this is going to get a lot of hype around it. I wouldn't be surprised if this movie kind of goes viral. I don't know about TikTok, but you know, a lot of these movies go viral with clips on TikTok and they fucking blow up. You know, like Jennifer's Body, that movie. Who gave a shit about that for years, man? That went viral on TikTok, and then all of a sudden it was like
I like that movie.
on Amazon Prime.
I liked the movie. I thought it was good.
No, I'm just talking about the impact that TikTok can have for going viral for a fucking movie. It's like crazy. To be honest with you, man, I don't know, man. I watched Talk to Me. I enjoyed it. Definitely thought it was a great movie, but I thought it was a little overhyped. You know what I mean? Like people were saying it's like the best horror movie of the year, 2023. I disagree just because for an A24 movie, it was very like basic bitch movie. You know what I mean? Like it was an A24 version of a Possession movie. But
all right, but 2023 was a tough year to be a top horror movie.
Yeah, and again, I don't hate the movie. I love the movie. Yeah. I'm just saying compared to the other projects from A24, it wasn't top tier as far as their horror. So I'm hoping this is different. I'm hoping they kind of go a different route. Is it similar to Talk to Me?
A little bit. Yeah, and Robbie Richmond, thank you. She was also in The Shape of Water, the Guillermo del Toro. She might have been nominated for the Academy Award for that too.
I kind of hate that movie.
The Fishfucker movie. Yeah, I call it the Fishfucker movie. This one, Blue Jasmine. She plays like a Bronx, maybe a girl from. She plays an American. Oh, she's in the Paddington franchise and Willy Wonka. Good for her. Bisho, what have you heard about this? And where's your curiosity putting you here?
I'm very curious. I'm not too familiar with the plot other than what we saw on the trailer, which is fine because I don't want to know too much
Oh
about
my God.
it. But I've heard everything from it was mid and way overhyped to this is
Oh,
the greatest thing this year.
it
So
is.
I mean,
It is.
I'm really into it. I want to see it. I just is it on
It's in theaters right
Shutter
now.
now?
Now it's only now the
Yeah.
budget. Bisho, can we get the box office on this? The budget was only 15 million. Has a Hereditary vibe, 1000%. Reminded me of Martyrs. Shah, I don't want to ruin it for you, but the opening scene is a cult, and it is disturbing. Martyrs level disturbing.
No, I'm into it already. Then.
Like you're gonna, dude. You're like, oh my God. If the movie's like this, I'm gonna need to fucking go get my breath. What is it? Yeah, it's not. It only did 7. Well,
No, and it doesn't have any viral kind of
just
cachet
opened.
with it right now.
Just
It's
opened,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, I know, but there's been a lot of movies that open that have had a lot of like momentum behind them.
Yeah.
Other than the people we know that talk about these movies, I don't hear anybody talking about
Well,
this.
I didn't sleep all night. I was on. Now I'm just gonna break the fourth wall here because many people already know what happened in my life recently, personally with my brother. This is about grief. I was unaware of this when I went to the movie. I might have reconsidered. I kind of had an idea, but I didn't really know exactly. It is just like dead family member. Oh, my dead child, dead parent, Shah, and I was just like, oh, great.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's in every A24 movie. I mean,
My brother Mike said that. He goes, that's been the plot of every good horror movie. Grief is at the root
literally
of every big horror movie now. Grief.
Not even every horror, like every A24 horror movie,
Yeah,
specifically,
grief
is 100%
Yeah.
just based on grief,
Grief.
at least the undertones. Another thing I want to ask you, because again, these directors, they're YouTubers. I've seen their YouTube. They were doing some deathmatch stunts with barbed wire and tables and flames.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so they're definitely like in that circle of death matches. At least they're aware of CZW and GCW and all that stuff. I'm sure they're tuning in. So they're into ultra violence, obviously, right? Like, yeah. So I heard this movie is insanely violent,
beyond like Martyrs level.
That's what I heard. Is they compared it to Martyrs, where they were like, "Yo,
wow,
there is a knife. There is a knife scene in the mouth.
Oh God, don't tell me. Don't
which I will not forget anytime soon. And it went on for a very long time. We're talking like the big kitchen knife in the mouth. I was like, make this stop.
And if you remember and talk to me, there was the one scene that really caught me off guard.
The table.
Well, I'm talking about the stabbing at the party.
In the beginning. Oh,
yeah.
Wait do you see the beginning of this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Within 2 minutes. Graphic. Robbie's dialing us in. Robbie's in the UK. It costs 15 million in Australia. It clears 60 to 80 million. It's a hit. I don't think they're going to come close. But Bisho, this segue into the next project that these two brothers are working on, which apparently is a deathmatch wrestling movie.
Oh my God. Yeah. I have no idea. I'm going to try to pull up that link to that article. I don't know what it's called.
Shah, you're more familiar with these guys, the brothers there.
Yeah, so actually, I don't even know. I might be in some of this footage because apparently they've been shooting at old CZW and GCW shows, so they've been doing this for a while. And I remember that they had the drones and stuff above the ring.
Shoot. Okay, so it might be taking years for this to come out. Documentary.
I feel like we did talk about this at some point before, but we never knew if it was going to.
Well, there's a recent update to this because their movie just opened. As far as that goes. Their next project is going to be a deathmatch wrestling shot. It's not a feature. It's a documentary, right?
Yeah, it's a documentary. Because I know they interviewed a bunch of people. I saw Brett. He was on one of these deathmatch groups, and he was mentioning all the different names of the interview.
Oh, guys, this is from the movie. This scene. This is
shit.
Yeah,
what's next? Is it another film? Is it maybe TV?
This is them talking about.
It's locked in. The next thing we're doing as soon as
you guys hear this? Okay.
On this is a documentary on deathmatch wrestling. It's like professional wrestling, but extreme version of it. It's extreme performance art with glass, barbed wire, thumbtacks. We've been shooting it between Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. We've been shooting and editing it. So we're probably 60-70% done. So the second half of this year we'll be finishing that off. Hopefully that'll premiere early next year.
What's next?
Wow. Shah, you might be in this movie.
Yeah, depending on how long they've been shooting, because there was a lot of like I know Vice was involved at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be in some of this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, and Robbie, thank you, Robbie, for giving us all this info. They were contracted Bisho to do the Street Fighter movie, but they apparently yes, this would have been amazing.
Wow.
But guys, if you have an opportunity to see this in a theater, see it in a theater, because honestly, I've seen. Look, we've talked about this 1,000 times. I don't get fucked up in a movie. Like, I really don't, unless it's like very heavy, if an animal's in it or some shit. This fucked me up a little bit. This fucked me up a little bit. Sally Hawkins is amazing. The lead actress girl is vision impaired in real life, and it is part of the story. She's legally blind. She never acted before. The other kid is great. There's maybe 6 speaking parts in this whole movie, and I think I'm being generous, Bisho.
Well, that's crazy. Funny enough, anyway, because there's some movies that I've watched that really bothered me, and you're like, yeah, it's good, and I'm like, no, like I didn't want to go to bed that night. I had to palate cleanse. You're like, yeah, it was good. So for this one to like keep you from sleeping at night, that's saying some shit, man. I really wish it had more steam on it, because there's so many movies that are going to come out that are going to get all this fucking blowjob shit from everyone in the community because they want it to be something big. And here's a movie that could be something.
I will say this, because now I've seen 2 horror movies back to back in 3 weeks in theaters. Guys, the Weapons movie looks like it's going to be the thing we talk about for the rest of the year. They're advancing the trailers for this. They're putting more in the trailers.
Which one is Weapons again?
The fucking whatchamacallit guys movie, Barbarian movie, Barbarian director.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, the kids disappearing at night. Yeah,
the missing children. The missing.
Is this one under Fox as well? Because I know Barbarian was under Fox.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if it's under Fox.
I hope it's not under Fox.
Warner Brothers.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me check myself. Weapons is Warner Brothers. Bring Her Back. Is that what you're asking about?
A24 is Bring Her Back. It's an A24 movie. There's all A24 trailers for the most part.
Sorry. So yeah, the one we were just talking about was
Weapons. And I gotta say, I think I said this honestly. I saw the trailer again for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm gonna go see that. I'm curious. I'm just curious. I think it looks pretty good. And
John, Joe asked, how does that stack up? Sorry, I wanted to set this up. How does the movie you just watched stack up uncomfortably wise to Eat When Evil Lurks?
That was so supernatural. This is, but it's more. I can't talk about the plot. That was clearly like an end of the world, like alternate reality scenario where we have demons that live in our town in South America. Nah, this is like very personal. Death. What are you willing to do to bring back the person you love the most from the dead? What are you really willing to do? How far will you go?
So it's like Pet Sematary?
No, Pet Sematary. If instead of I can't tell you the plot. Okay. I'm sorry. It's too good. It's too good. It's too good. But anyway,
too good, Jerry. Too good.
It's too good, Jerry. It's too good. You had a movie. Now I got a movie. But listen, we have a shit ton of trailers to get to, and they are big time. Big time. We're going to kick it off with a big motherfucker, possibly the motherfucker of the year. We've been reading about this and talking about this. Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, shit.
His Frankenstein. The trailer dropped. We are ready to rock with this motherfucker. This looks like we are going to be talking about it. Does not come out till the end of the year, I believe. But we finally have the trailer. And this is, you sure this is a B show? It's not a Netflix movie.
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein's a Netflix movie? That can't be right.
Yeah.
John, forgive me if you mentioned it already. Thoughts on the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein trailer from DMM 2099?
I had no idea.
I have another version. Let me see if it's the same thing.
I had no, Frankenstein's going right to Netflix.
Dude, I hope it's not a fucking Netflix movie.
Yeah,
it is. I did. Wow. Yep. Everybody's like, yeah, guys, here we go. Let's leave. You want to leave the subtitles on there?
Well, for some reason.
The memory of my evil.
Okay, there we go.
Look at this. This looks great.
It must be my connection, but if you guys can hear it, hopefully that's the case.
We got it.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me.
Oscar Isaac's one of my favorites. Oh, this motherfucker shot.
Some of what I will tell you is fact.
Wow, look at this.
See, I can't hear this.
Some is not. But it is all true. What manner of creature is that?
Wow, look at that shot.
What manner of devil made him? I did.
Think they're gonna show him?
I had a vision.
Very little. Almost not at all. Wow, that's a great
An
shot too.
idea
that's a great
took
shot.
shape in my
Oh,
mind.
look at that.
Oh, look
Great
at that
shot.
shot.
Inevitable,
Right.
Oh, this motherfucker.
unavoidable, until it became truth.
I'm so impressed.
Dude. Oh my god. Wow.
In seeking life,
There we go.
I created death.
Wow. Holy shit balls. My dog is reacting to the trailer. Wow, he's bugging out. Bisho, you couldn't hear any of that? That's terrible.
No, I couldn't.
Wow. Well, the visuals are really what sells that movie. Shah, now Bobby Richmond is also saying it is going to go to theaters so it can qualify for the Academy Awards, but it's going to be primarily a Netflix movie.
Yeah, I mainly wanted it to not be a Netflix movie so I can buy it on physical, you know, because Netflix, they don't put their shit out on physical media. So
Yeah.
I wanted to own this movie, man. It's one of those movies I definitely want to own. I feel like this and Nosferatu, man. I'm glad we're getting all these different fucking remakes all kind of next to, even though they're not like Universal monsters both, but
Yeah.
it's dope, man. I like the way this looks. I want to see what Frankenstein looks like. You know what I mean? That's kind of
Well,
like
it's like Nosferatu, guys. They're not going to show you the money shot.
yeah. Well, that's what scares me is because Nosferatu kind of let me down and kind of ruined the movie for me. So I'm hoping,
Yeah.
But Del Toro is a huge fan of Frankenstein. I don't know if
Oh
you've
my
ever
God.
seen
He's a huge
have you seen
fan
the
of the
MTV Cribs episode of his house?
Yeah, it's stunning. I think we talked about it on the post.
He's got a fucking gigantic, like, I don't know, it's like 20 feet long sized Frankenstein head in the middle of his house.
Yeah, he's a super, Bisho, he's a super fan. And I'm sorry you couldn't hear the audio, but those visuals are beautiful.
It's a good thing I watched this the other day because even though I couldn't really take it all in right now, this is probably my most anticipated movie coming out. I love Frankenstein. I've read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I even like the shitty one from the 1990s that Kenneth Branagh directed. Yeah, De Niro. So I mean, I love it.
5 Frankenstein.
I know. And what's cool is
Little
you guys
Frankenstein.
mentioned
Frankenstein, should have called it.
What does he look like? Yeah, Little Frankie. Hey, man, they call me Little Frankie. You know?
They call me Little Frankie should be the name of the episode. They call me
look at this giant fucking triumphant motherfucker.
That's Jacob. Now that's Jacob Elordi, who's like 6'3". He's he just played Elvis in a movie.
They're gonna make him look large and in charge. There was one shot of him sitting up on the table I'm trying to find, and it's like,
Yeah. Now, interesting enough, guys, we didn't see Mia Goth in this. Is that supposed to be her there?
There was a couple quick shots that I saw,
and boy, they skipped over a lot of Guillermo del Toro bangers in that.
Wasn't Christian Bale supposed to be Frankenstein?
No, Jake and Elordi replaced somebody else. It wasn't Christian Bale. It might have been Christian Bale. I don't know. But Oscar Isaac, I'm a super fan of. He's in my top 5 guys I like right now. That's her, huh? That's Mia, right?
It is.
Wow.
Dude, I swore it was Christian Bale in the beginning. I thought that's who was.
No, it's Jacob Elordi.
Because they did though, John. I remember early on when they first announced
the original
this,
cast. Yeah, they changed. Yeah, Jacob Elordi might have been Christian Bale. I don't know, but he's a big dude. He's a huge kid, and he is from that Zendaya TV show on HBO that's very popular.
You know what? I wonder if they used him for motion capture and to get like live action stuff to composite later, because this looks CG and he looks fucking huge.
Oh, Joe Punches! I love when we get G-checked. Actually, Christian Bale is going to be in Maggie Gyllenhaal's Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, there you go. I knew it was
that's a separate everything. Yeah. This looks great. I'm excited for it. Now, oddly enough, unbeknownst to us, this was not on our radar. Oh, and Christoph Waltz is in this. Well, that's a great segue because he's in the new Dracula movie. Luc Besson, apparently unbeknownst to, we've never seen this. I don't know if anyone in the chat room was aware of that we're getting a Dracula movie this year outside of Nosferatu, which came out Christmas of last year. Luc Besson has made a Dracula movie. And Christoph Waltz is, I believe, Van Helsing in that. The trailer just came out today. We are going to play it. These guys haven't seen it. I've seen it earlier today because I thought it was I just didn't understand. I was like, what? Because a lot of other people are like, wait, there's a Dracula movie? Now, before we move on, chat room, please chime. Shah, were you aware we're getting a Dracula movie this year?
I had no idea. I knew the Bride of Frankenstein was coming out, Frankenstein, Nosferatu. I thought those were the kind of the three as far as the remakes of the classics.
What do we call it? Little Frankie B show?
Little Frankie,
Little Frankie.
I want a new Mummy movie, man. I really would like a new.
Well, that's
Mummy movie.
that's going to be tied up in rights and stuff like that. Most people saying they didn't know. Making a pulled chicken sandwich and watching trailers. Can't ask for a better Thursday. Thank you, Young John. And Oscar Isaac, according to Ryan Keep, Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver, the only two actors to survive the Star Wars sequels. Oscar Isaac is great. And Adam Driver is phenomenal. I love Adam Driver. He's great. And he's a former Marine, I believe. Bisho, did this have anything on your radar? Did you hear anything about a Dracula movie?
Not at all. The only thing I saw was Frankenstein, and I'm trying to find the trailer and make sure that this is. Yeah. Okay. I think I found it.
It's Luc Besson.
Can you imagine being Christoph Waltz and being in not only Frankenstein this
and
year,
Dracula,
but also Dracula? What a fucking dream,
I
you know?
just like the Universal monsters. I just like them so much. He's great. I don't know what role he has in Frankenstein. I have a feeling it's
Frankenstein. That came out a little Frankenstein.
A little Brooklyn.
Little Frankie and Frankenstein. Yeah, little Frankenstein.
Little Frankie Stoin. Maybe. Yeah. Let's check out the Luke. Look, here we go. Christoph Waltz in Luc Besson's Dracula. What the fuck is going on? This I might want to stop, by the way. All right. Please be going to a theater. That's my first reaction. All right, a little slow there in the visuals. Nice looking castle.
This is definitely going to theaters, dude.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Ooh.
Tell me your story.
Oh, we have a
story.
A French. Is this like a French subtitle? What's going on?
It looks like 100 years ago.
Okay, here we go.
I asked a priest that God spare my wife.
I couldn't find a trailer on an American site.
Okay. Oh, looks all right. It's Shah, right? Looks interesting. Very bright contrast. Wow.
Which is strange because when you watch Nosferatu, it was so damn dark.
Yeah. So bright here.
Tell your God, my life no longer belongs to him. Since then, I've lived on waiting for her return.
Great visuals so far, though.
My master.
He's been looking for his beloved.
Wow, that was amazing.
Wow, this looks good.
This is a gorgeous looking movie, man.
Wow.
Oh, dude,
my God.
That's from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Well, it's probably like from the novel as well. Look at it, it's very similar. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Mina's in danger.
Oh, what happened there? We lost the audio, B. Oh, what's going on? We lost the audio for a second. Bisho, if you pause this, we lost the audio. If you could rewind that a little. I don't know what happened there. Is that your internet is doing this?
Salvation.
Can you guys hear it now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, I can't.
I can't believe how bright this is for Dracula. All right, show us Dracula.
Oh, they're not gonna show us Dracula. Hell no.
You
There is.
her damnation.
Well, they showed us the Count.
They showed us the Count. This looks. This is coming out July 30th.
Wow.
Bisho, can you pull this up? I want to get some cast on this. Shah,
Sure.
it looks very similar to the Bram Stoker's, but that was also 27 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm kind of more excited for this than Frankenstein.
Really?
Yeah, I mean this looks like more of my type of movie. Like I love and I get it, both are period pieces, but this reminds me more of a period piece. And Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I hate Dracula movies, by the way. I fucking hate them. I don't like any of them except for Bram Stoker and Nosferatu.
Okay.
And I think this might be the third one, man. This
show. Can we just pull up
gorgeous.
the actual cast? I'd like to learn more about who Dracula is, and but this Bisha, I thought
Caleb
this
Landry
great.
Jones.
Who? I don't. Well, we say that as if he looks familiar. Who is it?
Okay. Okay. He always plays a drugged out looking dude. He was in the Twin Peaks revival. He was in something else. I can't think of.
He's an American.
He's the brother from Get Out. He's the shithead brother from Get Out.
Well, he's the guy from Anti.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, that might be where Antiviral. I've seen the Dead Don't Die. I've seen 3 Billboards.
Cronenberg.
He always has like a methed out stash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he looks like you can get a rock out of him. I believe, I think he plays Angel in the First Class. I don't know who he plays in there. He played Banshee. Okay, Banshee. Okay, he's American. He doesn't look American to me. Who is Christoph Waltz? Is he Van Helsing? Can we just see?
I think it said priest, but let me back up. Priest.
Looks like a guy you can't.
There is no Van Helsing. Okay, so he's the priest.
There's no Van Helsing in Dracula?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Bisha, what did you think of the trailer?
I thought the trailer was fantastic. It honestly did give me
Bram
some
Stoker
flashbacks to Nosferatu.
Okay.
But it looks really good, and I don't want to say I'm more excited for this than Frankenstein now, but just visually, it just looks like an epic. Where Frankenstein looks cool, and it looks like Frankenstein, and it looks like the lab and the big guy and all that shit. And even when he goes to school in Geneva, Geneva. No, he's from Geneva. Never mind.
He's from Geneva.
Neither here nor there.
From Geneva.
Neither here nor there. Ingolstadt. He goes to Ingolstadt. That's all like kind of compartmentalized. Where this looks like there's an epic war on the horizon, and then they're in a field, and then they're in a castle, and then they're on a bridge with restaurants and buildings over some fucking ocean. Like it looks bigger and more epic, which is very exciting, and it looks like fantastic the way it's shot.
Shah, I'm curious. Does it hurt that it looks like Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, or is that more refreshing because it is like 30 years ago?
I don't think it hurts it, and I don't really. I mean, there are certain shots that remind me of Bram Stoker's, but it is very different. Like a lot of this is in broad daylight, which very different.
A lot of it.
Horror. Yeah, I mean, in the horror field, dude, you don't get too many bright films, which is why Midsommar stood out so much to me. So
yeah, the color palette in Midsommar in particular, because of the sky and how blue the sky was, and the sun, and that it is like a spring fest.
You get more cheap scares out of the darkness. You can hide a lot. So I respect it a lot more if you can freak people out in the light. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, dude. This actually, I didn't expect it to look this good. This looks incredible.
Me neither. But Luc Besson is like a big time action director and stuff like that. Bisha, would you go see this in a theater? Oh, you lost you're on mute, buddy. You muted yourself.
I am all out of sorts tonight. I would go see Frankenstein in the theater just because it's Frankenstein. I would want to see Dracula in the theater because of the visuals and the type of movie.
Yeah, you want to see
is.
that on the big screen.
It would be the type of movie where if they have it in IMAX, I wouldn't mind watching it in IMAX just because, like I said, it's epic.
Oh, wow.
There's sweeping visuals. It's across the fields. Almost like, and I know it's cliche, but like almost like a Kurosawa movie where it's not just, hey, here's the story right here. It's like an all-enveloping across the fucking field. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go on.
I thought those were both very dynamic trailers, which is funny because, I mean, it's just kind of funny that Dracula and Frankenstein are coming out at the same time, in the same time frame in 2025. Like, honestly, like, it's just, I feel like one of them might have to fail. I just don't know. Like, clearly, guys, Frankenstein is more front loaded with a better cast and probably a bigger budget for sure. But I was very impressed. I don't know what the budget was for either one of these movies. Obviously, as we get to them, we will discuss that because that's a part of it. I'm impressed with both. But we're going to segue now to outer space. Of course, this is a TV show, but on FX, but it is an Aliens TV show. We finally got a real trailer for the upcoming TV show for Aliens Earth, which will be a series on FX. And if you haven't seen it yet, it looks great. Very excited for this one. I think it's coming on TV quite soon. It might be July. It has Timothy Oliphant in it. Big fan of his from the Justified TV show. He's done a lot of great work. Let's take a quick look here at the Aliens Earth trailer.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Oof.
6, 5,
Wow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Like we talked about last time, still very
How's our
analog
girl?
future.
She's ready.
2120. What is this, like 30 years before
You're going
Alien?
to be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Oh man.
Wow.
Special.
That's right. You're very,
That's just
very special.
So hang on, let me pause this. So far, it's about a kid who's transitioning from a human to one of the robot
He's probably dying
cyborg
in the
shits.
future. Yeah. So this is 2120. So it's like 100 years from now. I won't be here, just in case anybody's curious. I will probably not be alive. You guys might be, but I won't be.
I hope I'm not.
You might be. You're gonna wish you weren't. Okay.
You know what's gonna happen? Everything's gonna get amazing right when
August
we all
12th.
go. Yeah.
August 12th. Thank you, Don Stone. You're not that far away.
All right, let's continue.
I like the way everything looks.
We have a downed spacecraft.
It doesn't look too
want
bad for being a
what's on
TV
that
property.
ship?
Usually
We
there's
can
like
do
a
it.
downscale in value.
We're
but
fast. We're strong.
pretty good.
We don't break.
So I take it she's the android.
Alien.
then.
Yeah.
It's like a zoo, but the animals got out.
This ship collected 5
Oh, shoot.
different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Monsters.
Did they fucking do it?
I don't know. I already know what you're thinking, by the way. Pause this.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you thinking that's supposed to be the young Yapet Kodo from Alien?
Yes.
Shah,
Yes.
do you think that's who that is?
Oh,
He
to be
looks
honest
and
with you, I didn't
sounds
get to
just
see
like
any of
him.
that. I didn't get to see any of the trailer. I was trying to log into a StreamYard and it was giving me a hard time, or Streamlabs. But yeah, I didn't see any of it yet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Here, let me wind that back because you're familiar with the original movie.
Yeah.
It's right after.
Let's take a-
look at
Shah,
that!
let's
Look
take
at
a
this
look.
motherfucker!
Well, listen to his voice, because Yapet Kodo had a
Wow.
voice.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe.
Even if it's not, it's still awesome. Don't care.
Monsters.
God. And I like Noah Hawley. Wow. I love that noise. Like, oh my God, guys.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That fucking noise.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Invasive species. Predatory.
Oh my God!
Oh, they're going to put it in a
We
shape.
don't lock them down.
It ate the goat.
It will be too
No.
late.
Here we go.
Oh shit! I think that is it. Damn. Look.
Jesus Christ. Well, listen, if you don't
Look
have
at
Hulu, you better go get it. Wow. Shah, this looks great, man.
Yeah, I missed the first half, but the second half looks fucking great, dude. I mean,
Well, the first half was
again-
just setting up, the story there, all the action.
where does this fall on the timeline of Aliens? Do you know?
What is it? Less than 100 years before the first movie, right, B-Show? I
Yeah.
think we could look that up. Why don't we look that up just to clarify it? Chat room seems to be excited for this one. That's for sure. B-Show, you on board?
I am. When I thought about it, they made a synthetic, and she's probably gonna fight the thing, and it was very Jason X-ish with like the ninja, the ninja warrior to fight the beast in space. But I still think it's a cool concept. I don't know. There was some shit. If they put him in this movie with like CG or whatever to bring him back, that'd be very cool. But no, I'm liking the concept as a standalone. I'm liking the concept as it is.
Are you talking about Jason Voorhees?
Yeah, Uber. What's the guy's name in Alien? The black guy. What's his name?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Alien, the first Alien, in a long time.
No, you said the guy in the green.
Well, the
jacket
actor
is-
was Yapet Kodo. He was.
That's
a
what I'm
famous
saying.
character
Uber
actor.
Yapakoto.
Yaphet Kotto also in a Midnight Run. He's the guy who's Mosley. Mosley keeps getting his ID stolen there from De Niro. Shah, will you be getting Hulu if you don't have it already?
Yeah, I actually got it. I got Disney and Hulu. I got a deal on it, so I have it for a year for no reason. And I haven't even I haven't streamed anything on there.
Watch the Deadpool movie. It's worth it. Check it out.
I've had it for 3 months. I haven't even opened it, bro.
There's also there's a lot of good stuff there too, because now it's not, now they have like adult content. So it is not Yaphet Kotto's character, but it looks like it's definitely an homage in some way, from a character perspective.
Yeah, but I can't even find the actor that's supposed to be playing him.
Somebody said it is Babu Cisse. He plays a character named Maro. If there's what was it? All right, just do it, Bishop. Just pull up Alien and just find that character name, because I'm gonna freak out if it's full. It can't be. I think it's supposed to be like. Hold on, this will tell us.
You just ask ChatGPT,
Parker.
It'll give it to you.
Yeah, hang on. It says his name is Parker.
Okay, so it's not him. Bisho, can we just get the lineage of when this is? I know it's like right before. Yeah. I could be wrong. It could be in between 1 and 2. Well, don't forget we have the prequels now. It's like Star Wars Aliens.
Mm-hmm. So, upcoming live-action film set in the year 2120, 2 years before the events of the original Alien. So it's just before.
Like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. So Shah, you might be breaking your Hulu. Well, by the way, there's tons of great movies horror movies on Hulu, but including that last Showgirl just hit Hulu, I think. By the way,
actually, I'll tell you why I got Hulu was because I wanted to see the new season of Dark Side of the Ring. I wanted to see the Sheik and the Eddie Gilbert episode. And then I realized that the new seasons aren't incled.
Not yet, but they will, because they were just running live on the Vice network, but then they'll get moved in there shortly.
I did the same thing for Dark Side of the Ring. I wanted to check out like the Daphne episode and a couple of the ones like on the Sheik, and no season 6.
Yeah, well, not yet, because it just ended. It was just on network TV. You know how that goes. It holds over and then it goes in. The animated Predator movie drops tomorrow. I'm not as interested. I didn't like the animation. That's not really my style. But I am super excited. I mean, would we say we're all on board for this?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, dude. I was right there. I was
Shah?
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Yeah, I'm in on this and the Friday the 13th TV show coming out.
Yeah, we'll get that trailer probably.
Oh my god!
Isn't there anything else? Wasn't there another TV show that was coming out that I said I would commit
to? The Derry. Welcome to Derry. The It prequel.
Yeah, the It one. Yeah, exactly.
Looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh shit!
Did you guys see this? Just while I'm on Twitter and while we're talking about reboots, did you see that Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is coming back with a reboot?
Oh, I love Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I love this.
I'm a big fan. I hope it's great. I hope it's fun as well.
I hope so too. There's not much on it, but I saw it and I wanted to bring it up.
I love it. I didn't like the soft reboot, the sequel one in the 80s, 90s. I thought that sucked ass, but I love the OG one. I think it was great. It's clearly like a play on the Blob. I think we're all big fans of the Blob. I know Shah's a super fan of the Blob. Can't believe they haven't touched that yet. Somebody's got to be doing that soon. That might be an upcoming project. But
I love this movie so much. I imported this from Spain. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like
it's a great cover. Yeah. That's the cover that we just saw. That's the cup that they used.
Yeah, it's the
look at that. Oh, that looks great. That'd be a fun tattoo. That big tomato head. That's fucking great. And I love tomatoes. We're growing some currently in our.
That was actually my suggestion when someone asked us on Patreon about how we came up with the design for Spitball Media. That was in my head.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, now I see it. Oh, that's so fun. Joe Punches thinks they got to tie in the Predator. I believe so too, because it's all under the same umbrella. And Hulu also has the Predator movie. And then we have the Predator movie Badlands. I saw that trailer again last night. But we now have a trailer for another big movie that came out a couple of years ago that did big money. Black Phone. Black Phone 2. The trailer dropped this week. God, the gods were merciful for us this week, weren't they? And by the way, guys, we dropped like 4 huge trailers out of this conversation. We're gonna save for next week, including Happy Gilmore sequel. We're gonna table that for next week. But we do have the Black Phone 2 trailer that is coming to theaters. I was a big fan of the original. Saw it in theaters. Very impressive movie. Little Blumhousey, but I thought they did a good job with it. Anyway, Black Phone 2. A lot of hype on this. This is the trailer they just dropped. Wow, that looks awesome. Oh,
it is a Blumhouse movie, though, right?
I think
it
is. Oop! Look at that. That's weird.
Creepy.
Oh, Rooster. Does this take place in the 90s?
It has to with the phone.
Can we get some volume on this show? I gotta hear the rooster.
It's all the way up.
It might be faint on purpose.
I had a bad dream.
Yeah.
Wow. There's the room there from the black phone. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Found it. Oh, that mask is so great. Oh,
I love how they're setting it in the snow. Did they do the first one in the snow?
I think this is the 80s, guys. Like late, maybe
I don't
90s.
think this is the 90s.
Did they set the first one in the snow like this, or is this new?
No.
Oh, shit. Fucking perfect.
Halloween. Wow, this is coming out around Halloween, dudes. Oh,
In October, winter comes early. I can just see it now.
You of all people
Oh, Jesus Christ.
know that dead is just a word.
Yeah, he's on the ice with an axe. Look at this.
That's fantastic. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Is she dreaming that?
We don't know.
Vengeance is mine.
Holy fucking shit.
Whew.
Wow, it's a Blumhouse Universal. Shah, this looks better than the original.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks better than the original. I definitely liked the original. Probably one of my
Good movie.
definitely my top 5 Blumhouse movies of all time. This looks better though. This looks better, and I think they're incorporating more of like the paranormal side to it.
Yeah, it's supernatural. Yeah,
AJ Daniels asked how he's alive in this one. I don't know much about the original, but they said they went kind of the Freddy Krueger route with this.
Yeah, he's a
one.
ghost. So the first one, the ghosts were the children. They were good. Now he's the opposite. He's dead because he was like, you should know, ghost just dead is just a word. So, he looks like he's from hell. Bisho, how the fuck did you not see that original movie? It's so good.
It was one of those movies that came out in the middle of everyone saying, go see all this because all of these movies are the greatest movie that came out this year.
Yeah.
And I just missed it when it was in theaters, and then I didn't see it when it came out on streaming. You guys are going to maybe call me crazy, but the griminess of it reminded me a lot of like the Rob Zombie movies, like Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
Even the Halloween movie, you know what I mean? So
which also
definitely has some
don't take
style
place
to it.
in modern time. Those movies took place in the 80s, 70s, or 80s. The original movie shot was 70 something, so this might be 80 because it's an older version of the kid. 80, 79.
Yeah, they were going for like almost like a snuff movie kind of feel to it.
Jesus Christ, it
some
looks so
parts.
fucking good.
I particularly love the red feathers, like the bloodied feathers that fell on the ground with the girl. Like that shit.
How about when he pulls
or
his
whatever?
fucking
Yeah.
face off, like with the mask? That mask is so great, man. Oh,
Or like when she's spinning around in the phone booth and the blood's spurting everywhere like a fucking sprinkler.
Yeah, they went like the Freddy Krueger route, like he's killing, like he's an entity that can kill, just like those were entities that could save. Well, that kind of makes sense. I'm on board 1000%. B-Show, you need to watch the first one because it really will take away from this experience.
I know, but and here's the thing though. People have been talking about for years, like there's not been a Freddy Krueger movie, there's not been a Friday the 13th, there's not been a this or that. I am kind of cool if movies like this come out that have threads of those types of movies in them.
Right.
But they're modern movies and they're different and they're new. Because let's let the old ones rest. Let's leave them how they are, give them reverence and respect, and let's do some new shit that kind of harkens back to that. I'm excited for this movie.
And I'm cool with movies like this, dude. Like with Terrifier being a new franchise, we got some new shit coming out that I'm excited about. Like, let's make some new. Let's market these new brands, man. I mean, bring in fucking Jason and Freddy back. Like that's cool, man. We can do that once in a while, but let's just not.
Maybe he's the new Freddy, and In a Violent Nature guy is the new Jason.
I mean, it could be like that's
there you go.
Not bad.
I don't think they're making more In a Violent.
And then fucking Art the Clown could be the new Pennywise. You know,
he could be. Yeah, he's the new Pennywise in a lot of ways. Well, Pennywise is the new Pennywise.
Yeah, I mean Pennywise is still around. Yeah,
Pennywise is the new Pennywise. Hey guys, we got one more trailer we want to get to. This stars Willem Dafoe, also a movie that just dropped today. This looks like it's a horror movie, but it has a little bit of a comedic element to it. It's called Man in the Basement. I just thought it because it's Willem Dafoe. I took some comedy from it. It's probably not a comedy at all. Just dropped today. I believe this is coming to streaming. I don't believe this is going to theaters. This is not in the category of these other epic something tells me like Luc Besson spent $200 million on that fucking Frankenstein. This looks like it cost $5 million. It's called Man in the Basement. It's a short little teaser trailer, but it's pretty entertaining.
Mr. Charles Blakey?
That fucking
It's on a Hulu.
I have it in mind to rent your basement for a couple of months.
Renting someone's basement.
Oh, it's based on a big book.
I'm sorry, mister. This house isn't for sale.
I'm only interested in renting. I'll pay you $1,000 a day for 65 days.
Oh, God.
Are you okay?
Is this like the new Get Out?
The only thing I ask of you is that you tell no one of our arrangement.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude, I am into this.
What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Do we have a deal? Jesus.
Oh, it's going to theaters and Hulu.
I love independent movies like this, man. You could tell there was some effort put into this.
Yeah. Well, right off the bat, plot-wise, amazing. Bisho, can we just pull up the plot of this? This is obviously a novel of some kind that they turned into a movie.
Yeah.
But Shah, your boy, putting in the work.
Yeah, and I hope, I don't know, there was some it looked like it had some voodoo themes to it too, with the masks and stuff. So I've been complaining about that for years, man. We need more fucking horror movies that are based on voodoo. I think that we need that. Like, what is the last one that you've seen, man? I think, what was it? The Wes Craven movie from the 90s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Serpent in the Rainbow, yeah.
There might be something that's just not on our radar.
There's some racial reasons why they don't do those movies
Yeah,
anymore.
stereotype. Yeah, of course. And there's some really egregious stereotypes in some of these things. Bisho, let's look at what is the novel about? Maybe they flesh out the novel a little bit better.
That's what I'm looking for, but this might be a whole
gotta be
review.
it.
So fuck.
Not on.
Man, we got to stop cancel culture, man. I want Haitian voodoo movies, man.
Yeah.
Give them to me.
Well, your birthday's coming up next year, so maybe you get them. All right, what is the plot summary?
So Mosley strays away from conventions to oh, come on, fuck you. I don't want the
Just go to the movie just go movie plot or whatever. Put in there. I'm just curious. Here we go. Yeah, it's got a short plot in there, doesn't it? Wikipedia?
Sometimes.
Let's see. Oh yeah,
Charles Blakey, an African-American man living in Sag Harbor.
Sag Harbor.
Is that your neighborhood? You bring girls down to Sag Harbor?
Long Island. That's Long Island.
No, you're saggy balls, dude. Come on. That was a callback. Sorry. Stuck in a rut, out of luck, and about to lose his ancestral home when a peculiar white businessman with a European accent offers to rent his basement for the summer.
All right. The less I know about this, the better. But Shah, this is on Hulu. You could watch this right in your fucking house in a couple of months.
When is this coming out?
I think they said July. Bisho, can we get the release date for the film?
Yeah, but interesting development. Jonathan Majors.
Oh, he was supposed
to be cast as Charles Blakey, but he got arrested. Oh, he was also supposed to serve as executive producer too.
Oh my God! Well, he just did an indie movie called Magazine Dreams, which if you saw this trailer, you'd be like, "This looks like the indie movie of the year." If you haven't seen it,
Fall.
Fall. Okay, Shah, you on board?
Absolutely, man. Hell yeah.
Bisho,
I am into this, man. It's got rituals. I'm into rituals. I like the creepy masks. I love Willem Dafoe.
He likes it all.
I like the neon colors in the back, the dream the dream sequences. I love it all, man. I'm into it.
All right. Bisho, will you be checking out the man in the basement? What is he doing in there? What is he doing?
Absolutely. I mean, like Shah said, kind of voodoo looking rituals. It reminds me of like a Twilight Zone type of episode. You're going to lose your family house, and this creepy old white dude shows up with 55 grand a week. Yep.
Yeah, I'll say this. Any honky that shows up and then wants to rent your basement and give you that kind of money, don't take it. These honkies they're doing something bad down there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they should have called this the honky in the basement. That would have been cool.
It's my favorite porno. You know what I mean?
The honky in the basement, that actually was a play I was in college. I actually played the honky, believe it or not. But speaking of honkies, we're going to take ourselves over to the Patreon. And we got a bunch of stuff to get there, too. So consider if you're not a part of that, go to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5 a month. We're going to be banging out our May Q&A. We're going to be setting up the June Q&A. B-Show's already announced his Pee-wee breakdown as the extra show. Never a bad time to get into Patreon, Shah, but this would be an excellent time.
Absolutely, man. Especially with the Q&A dropping this weekend too. Go sign up. It's still in the beginning of the month too, so
Yeah, still in the
Get a bunch
beginning
of
of the month. And of course, you need to go. An only way to get there is to go to patreon.com/spitballmedia. Thank you guys for checking out with us. Check out some of our pals, like over at Wrestling Soup and the Don Tony and the recently departed but remembered Kevin Castle podcast. I don't know what Don Tony's calling that show. I really got to talk to him about that. And of course, we have the X's and O's podcast with our friend Hey Now Rich Dow to buy you geeks. We got the fucking my buddies over at Ringsiders are going to be coming back doing some wrestling interviews in the UK. The Drew Yari Experience is out there. A good friends at the Necromaniacs. They're doing the Monkey tonight. I think they just recorded the Monkey. Oh, and he's calling it the Don Tony Show. It feels weird to me to take my brother's name out. I don't think I can do that just yet. And of course, hit that sub button on the subscribe. And of course, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you. We're going to see you on the regular show next week, but we'll see you in Patreon this weekend.